Good evening, everyone. It's time to play another match. Going to be a late one today. I've been quite busy today. Been doing a bit of shopping. Been also getting some clothes ready for next week's. I am a teacher, so it's school starts back to next week. So it's been a busy day. It's about 7:20 now in the evening, so we're going to have a nice late chess game today. Thank you again for the support. Anybody who's watching the videos, as always, it's much appreciated. Something a friend has told me in terms of feedback is just to try and explain a little bit of the opening once the first few moves have been played, like explain what opening it is. So if anyone else has got any feedback, let me know if you think there's too much explanation on certain moves or not enough. Or it's hard because I know some people watching it are probably new to chess, maybe not played it as much. So they like learning about some of the tactics and moves, and then some of you may be watching it who are quite at a good level, similar to me, and maybe think, I don't need you to explain all the little details, but let me know. Any feedback would be great. But enough said, let's jump into a game and see how it goes today. See if we can keep increasing our ELO. So we've got the white pieces. Start with the Queen's Gambit. Looks like the opponent is playing a Dutch defence. Not one that I've played against very often, to be honest. So it's going to be interesting to figure out what my best moves are going to be. For now, develop as normal, as I always say. So nothing crazy, nothing, don't really need to explain too much so far. Bishop from pinning my knight. And let's develop my bishop. I think this time, if the opponent does threaten to push my bishop out, I think I might take, I don't know why, I just get a feeling it's the right move. So let's lock my bishop in, develop my light square bishop here, and I think I'm going to get rid of my dark square bishop because look at my pawn structure, most of them are on a dark square. So my bishop doesn't have many dark squares to go back to. So sometimes in that case, it's best to trade it for a knight. So let's stick with the plan, but I'm going to develop here instead of here, just because eventually, if I trade here, this knight could jump in, and I just don't feel like my bishop's doing anything. Let's just go here for now. It might not be the right move, but... So, knight gets out of the pin, so it looks like he's wanting to bring the knight here. Add another layer of fence into there. So let's take, because otherwise my bishop's... And let's take again. So this opponent must play this opening quite often because they're not hanging around with their moves. I need to bring this bishop back now because I can't castle yet. I can't castle long anyway because this pawn was hanging on 2. So if I bring the bishop back, trade and open up. So the opponent's allowed me this open H file where his king is, which is an interesting approach. It might be fine. Probably is fine. The only thing I'm not liking is the fact that I castle the other way, where I would like to castle. Rook's just got this, now the queen's lined up, so I might have to castle. Got 2 options. One of the moves looks not very nice at all, is moving the knight back to protect. That doesn't look good. So I think I have to castle. Now it might look a bit scary because my king, I've just got this open H file. Might look a little bit scary, but my queen's always got this pressure here, so if it's hard for this bishop to develop unless he maybe plays knight somewhere, which is what he might be doing now. Might be trying to develop the knight. I need to get my king out somehow. This is not a very nice position. Not got many moves here, guys. This is looking tricky. There's no immediate threat at this point, but I just don't like how my pieces are configured. I'm not sure how to improve them. This bishop is useless there. Got a reroute. Knight there. Let's just go knight here for now. Maybe try and improve the knight's position. I know what's coming. The threat is, let's play here. I think the threat is to bring this bishop out, trade mine off, and then the knight can jump in. And then this queen and knight combination. Hopefully, if we trade a couple pieces, I'm okay. So, I might have messed up. How can I defend mate? I've got to try something. I don't even think that stops it. Might just have escaped, but I don't think my opponent needed to take, to be honest. And also, can he not just win this pawn? Yeah, not a great position, this one. I think my opponent's played it pretty well. Obviously wants to come here. If I don't do anything, so queen here, I think that might be okay. Unless I'm missing something. Maybe I just avoid any of that. No, because then he's got a knight. If I move the... It sounds counterproductive, but I think I need to let the knight in. Sorry, I need to let the queen in, I think. If I move it now, if I just move my king there now, it's just got this knight check. Double, it's a fork. Won my rook. Now he's won my queen. Oh, he's missed it. This has not been great, has it, guys? Not a good day today. Yes, well played. Need to somehow do something different in the Dutch, apparently. Nothing. This has been a bad one. Where it went wrong. We'll have to have a look. Where did it go wrong? Hanging the queen's not great, is it? So this is opponent's clearly confident in this opening, but I've done something wrong. Maybe I rushed some of my moves in the opening. Didn't really think about them at all. Didn't really think about the opening moves at all. Just didn't think about them. Not good. So disappointing start, guys. I might do 2 games tonight. I don't really like that was a bad game. It happens. So I'm not going to use my review on that one. Have a quick look on self-analysis, but not a good game. I think straight away, I think my third move was not the right move. I think bringing the knight out to the square that I did was not the right move against the Dutch. Not that one, sorry. The other 2 moves, so the knight there, I don't think is the right combination. Says it's fine for now. Queen there's still fine. So where did it go wrong? Still fine. So the opening was actually fine. So what did I... So bringing the knight back wasn't a good move. That's a bit probably overthinking the defensive side of things. Made once. I think I've made the king side a bit weak. There's the bad move. So what I've done by taking is I've just improved my opponent's pawn structure. At the moment, the opponent's got 2 pawns on the same file. Because I took in the middle here, he takes back with this one and he's got a nice structure, which I do know that. I don't really know why I did take. So what would have been the best move? What's the best move here? Long castle. Might he just take... Sorry, not long castle, short castle. I'm reading it. Just short castle without losing this pawn, and it's fine. There's no threat of... Can't bring this... He can't bring the queen out threatening mate because it just gets taken. Probably could have just castled short side. I'm just going to move on. That was just not a good game, unfortunately. It happens. So, well played to the opponent. Shows just one pawn move can just make a massive difference. Couldn't have improved his structure. So, just opening was fine. Just got outplayed in the middle game there. So, try and finish with a win. Hopefully, we don't do a double loss episode. I've done so well to get my ELO to where it is. Need to focus a bit more. Finding it, I do struggle, I think, to explain and think and talk and do all that at the same time. So try again, because our opening was fine last time. It was after the opening where it started going wrong. So let's see whether the opponent wants to take the Queen's Gambit or not, accept it or not. They do not. So the move order is slightly different. They're Karakan's type structure, which is what I play with black. But they played the move order slightly different. So they played this pawn out first. Usually in a Karakan, you start with c6 and then d5. But you can do it slightly different. It's fine. I think that's, if I remember rightly from Gotham Chess, I think that's called a transposition, where you end up in the same position even though the moves have been slightly different. So let's stop talking as much. Let's start. So last time I didn't want the bishop coming out, so I played a3. This time I might just be the first to pin. So if I pin first, maybe they might try and defend instead. So they do that. So now it might be wrong. I'm going to trade the knight off and again put a lot of pawns on the dark squares because I've got rid of my dark square bishop. So that's something to try and remember for those just getting into the game. And it also, because I've got all these pawns on dark squares, it restricts their dark square bishop that they've now been left with. They can't go here, can't go there, can't go. Well, they can go to these squares, but I just trade off the bishop with my knight. So you see what I'm trying to say? They don't have many options. So opponent takes the pawn now, which means I can develop this light square bishop. Usually they might just go straight for this move. We can just drop back to one of these two squares. They don't go for it, so maybe I just go a4 just to stop that move. And then my bishop's got this lovely line. If I don't do anything and this move happens, I have to drop back, and eventually maybe I don't have that pressure. So maybe I can stop that pawn push. Everything over here is looking fine. Probably after this move castle. Let's play that. So he's still trying to set it up. Let's just castle, guys. It's never a bad thing. Just preventing any problems. So he's maybe looking at knight here. So what I'm thinking is queen here, just to keep an eye on this pawn in case maybe his queen comes out or anything like that. And then once comes, so if this move comes or the knight comes here, I'm just going to bring the bishop back and I've got this battery. So position's looking pretty good. Now we're out of the opening. I'm quite happy with how it looks so far. So now how do we keep improving it? That is always the tricky part. We can get a good position from the opening. How do you then keep it going? So this, it looks like what I'd call a one mover. So maybe if I go here trying to threaten the bishop, it just goes back. And then what's my knight doing? Next move he can just maybe push f5. So try and avoid one movers. Try and improve the position overall. So what can I do here to improve my position overall? That's the question. Bring the rooks, kick this knight out, bring the rooks, the knight out. Probably going to go here because that's a really nice square. So this is a good point to just mention. When you've got tension, when you've got two pieces looking at each other, a lot of beginners, a lot of people who are new to chess think, oh, let's just take it's for a knight, it's fair, let's just take. But you've got these what are called sideways knight moves. So now I could maybe do this move. I don't have to trade, but also just notice if I do that move, this knight can jump in here and it's a fork. I mean, I will just move my queen out of the way, but it's getting to a bit of an interesting position now. What actually, I really like, I want to get my knight here. That's a nice square. Or here. So let's go for this move. And if knight comes here, I'm going to lose my bishop for a knight, but I'm also well aware I'm far worse on time, so I need to start speeding up. So knight maybe here, and then in here, don't see anything with that. And then I want this knight, c5, that looks like a good square for the knight. This bishop's still just staring at a pawn, and then maybe we just get the rooks involved. Maybe rook here. Can't quite do anything, I can't leave this rook yet because it's protecting the pawn on a5. So let's try and keep improving. Maybe we trade the bishop and then I can pop this knight in here, and that's looks like a good outpost, a good square for the knight. Options, very interesting. So the queen has stopped looking at a5, so maybe now we just get the rooks involved. What I'm trying to do at this point now is just avoid any blunders and move a bit faster and try and slowly improve my position. The knights are looking pretty good. They're all on light squares, so the bishop it cannot attack them. The knights are on light squares, and this light squared bishop is staring into its own two pawns. So positionally, I think I'm looking slightly better, but I just need to try and somehow start an attack. It looks ridiculous, but I wonder if we just start. I wonder if we just go for G5, G4. I wonder what the engine would say. Maybe not quite yet because it's protected enough times, but these two knights here are both looking at it. What does that do apart from that? Doesn't look very good guys, and the reason is it just allows me to take here with check, and he's got to ruin his pawn structure, and it's not threatening this pawn, it's protected by the queen anyway, so that's quite a strange move to me. Now maybe we can start some sort of attack, because knight here, queen, maybe not just yet, maybe let's just be patient. There's no attack just yet, but his pawn structure's far worse now. I was thinking about bringing the queen out, but I think he's still got this bishop here, and I don't want any tricks like pushing this pawn and opening up an attack on the queen. I'm maybe just thinking about attacking him from a different angle. Let's just develop my other rook. Don't see any issue with that. I'm trying to just play a bit faster now. I think he's under more pressure than me, because look at his pieces. What's this rook doing? What's this bishop doing? So let's just go, just prevent taken, nothing crazy. The next move, we can just push this pawn, kick the rook out, and he's still got a lack of development. So that's why often people in chess talk about this word development, developing your pieces. Look at these two pieces. What are they doing? Let's go here. He was maybe thinking of lining something up over here, but they can't do that. My knight's from going there, so you cannot go there, my friend. You cannot line up this. Right, there has to be a way now where I can hop this knight around in a way where this rook's trapped. What moves has it got? Can't go here. At the moment, can't go here. It's not quite trapped, so what can we do? What's a good thing to do is maybe just get out of this pin. Seems like a nothing move, but I'm just getting out of the pin of the queen, and then I might just create a little getaway square for my king. Maybe g3. So this is why I've just moved the king, because what he's wanting to do there is bring the bishop out. I can't take because I'm pinned, but he can't do that now. So I'm going to create a pass pawn, takes, and then I've got a pass pawn. But I'm down 2.5 minutes. Sorry. If bishop here, I'm fine because the queen's protecting it. Now maybe I need, but the queen's a bit overloaded, I would say. The queen's a little bit overloaded in terms of defence. But what's he going to do if I just start pushing this pawn? Bishop here, pawn there, takes. I could even just take pawn. I know that looks horrific. I think my threat's bigger. If I do take back with a pawn, it's just a queen on its own. So this is, I think I've said in a previous video, you need more than one or two attackers. If he takes, what's the queen can't just mate on its own, because my king can just take it. So what about now if I go queen? Then he's got bishop. What if we get rid of this bishop? Need to move faster. Maybe not making the best moves now, which is annoying. If takes, take back with the pawn, and then I'm threatening this queen to c7 move. And then the rook's going to have to go somewhere else. This is still, I don't know how to improve the position. Let's protect this pawn with a pawn. Right. Wow. I need to somehow, that's an annoying move. Let's just double the rooks up. I feel like I could just lose on time here. Double the rooks. Move the knight here. I need to be careful. If he brings the queen back at any point, he's got this mate threat. So I just need to be careful. Maybe push 3 and the rook then protects. That's why I've just mentioned it. Because if I think, oh, go and attack the queen, it's mate, guys. So don't do that. Let's just push. Maybe even push. No, let's just push there. And then I can develop the knight. Unless he just... Oh no, have I got my knight trapped? Oh no. Damn it, I got my knight trapped. And he's missed it. How has he missed that? Queen to g5, I just lost my knight. But now I might have got a bit lucky here. Because I'm about to fork the king and the bishop. And once that bishop's out of the way, I can start maybe just attacking all the pieces on that side. I can't believe he's missed that at 1700. That was a bad move from me. That was a bad move. I wonder if he can sack the rook. Gotham style. No, surely not. No. Right. Bingo. Now the rook's threatened. This pawn's threatened. Okay. I think we might have just got away with it. That bit of a slip up. So knight's... let's take here. If please take, it's a free pawn. Go on. I think I've just missed a better move than what I've done. Damn. Oh, I don't know what that does. Need to be. No, mate. It's okay. Seems mad, but I think I can even just take. Got only one check. His knight's hanging. Sorry, his rook's hanging. There's no checks because my queen's on the white squares. Sack the queen. How's he stopping these pawns? Oh, it's getting. How is he stopping both these pawns? Take that one, but then I've got a new one. Oh, this is tense. Didn't I don't think I needed to sack the queen, but I'm under time pressure, so I've just gone for it. Might have been the wrong move. Wow, 27 seconds. Take that, that's fine. 20 seconds. Fine. Right, let's bring the king in. Oh, maybe the queen sack was the right move. I don't think so, but it's good for content. Oh dear. Sack a queen and win the game. What a way to finish. Dear me, wow. This is going to be interesting. This was either, for example, there was more time. I've either completely thrown the game or it was a good enough move. For me, I thought once I got rid of one of those rooks, didn't see a way he could stop both of those pawns. But I could be wrong. Oh dear. Again, so not a great game. A little bit up and down. There is a huge blunder in there from me. So probably where I sat the queen. But it's content, guys. I played 1600. Oh dear. Let's go straight to the blunder because I know where it's going to be. Come on, how bad was it? There's ways where it's just a draw. I think maybe the queen, once he takes back, probably just brings the queen over, and I can't push either pawn. That's a bit savage. But I had more time, so without swearing, sod it, if you like. To be honest, I don't want to spend ages on that review either. It was all a bit messy, so there were some other mistakes in here. I said in the game that was a mistake from the opponent because it lets me take the check and mess up his pawn structure. So everything was fine for me at this point. Some mistakes started creeping in. Moving the king out the way is not. Didn't want the engine didn't think that was. And so remember I said I didn't like this bishop potentially coming out. I could have just stopped that happening by keeping it almost locked, keeping this bishop out, keeping that pawn there, and they can't bring the bishop out. So that's interesting. I'll try and maybe should have thought about that because I did mention about his pieces being useless. So I should have kept them that way. So that's a good learning point. But he opened up his well, even that's bad though. What did I do wrong after that? Could have just taken. But then that's making his pawn structure better, isn't it? Maybe is it because there's this check? He has to go there. And then that bishop's forever useless because it's pinned to this rook. And didn't see that, and that's a good thing to get better at spotting. As soon as I take, I've just opened up this rook, and it's a beautiful rook. Didn't see it. We move on. It takes. So the reason I didn't take, remember what I said, I thought it was better to create a passed pawn. And this is now a passed pawn. That's why I didn't take in the middle. So should have just kicked it out straight away. Oh god, this was messy. This was giving away my advantage because he just blocked it. Now I play the best move. Bishop back there is not great. Should have gone straight in for this. Matty, come on, you've got to start seeing these. It's a double attack. He can't keep both. Oh, sorry, he can. If he brings the queen back, he can. But then all his pieces have got no movement then, and that's something I need to start learning to do better. Just think about it. If he has to go back there with the queen to protect the rook, which is protecting the bishop, that's three pieces that he can't do anything with. And now, yes, he can take here. It's one rook against three of my pieces. This queen would just be such a massive threat there. But didn't see it. We didn't go for it. There is a great move in here somewhere. So bringing the knight out. But then I went and got it trapped. Should I have just gone here straight away? I think I should. No, I shouldn't, sorry, because that would have blundered me. What should I have done differently? Oh my god, that bad? Sorry, because it just, I can't believe he missed that. That was very lucky. And then he gave me a massive advantage. Ones yet. Now we've got the bishop off. Take with the queen yet. Take here's best move yet. Best move. Best. No, sorry, good. That's a fine move. Nothing special though. Best move, ignoring this threat, and probably just should have taken with the rook maybe. But once I moved back, there's no checks, and then I thought I was just, what should I have done? What if I should, because he can't. Both rooks are just stuck guarding each other. Both rooks are just stuck guarding each other. You can't take here because then I just take there. Oh, it is the best move apparently. You can do that. Then he's got another pawn back. I was winning. I should have just pushed the pawns, pushed the peas. So 2 games, 1 loss, 1 win. Some sloppy gameplay. Need to do better, but we're still hanging in there. We're still hanging around 17-25-ish. But some of the stuff I need to start getting better at those middle games, I think. Bless me. So lots of areas for development there, guys, today. Lots of learning to be done. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing someone be as incompetent when you're playing chess, even despite being a much higher ELO probably. But you still suck. Nowhere near the level that I would like to be, but that's it for today. Enjoy the 2 games, and I'll see you tomorrow.